Hi guys, welcome to DNT English class. Today I'm super excited because I have got a very interesting video for learning the etiquette functional sentences. I have discussed in my previous videos about what is etiquette words, and today I have come up with etiquette functional sentences. Now, how these etiquette functional sentences help us to improve our conversation, that will check, because we are going here one by one, step by step. We'll come to know that how and when we can use these sentences. So we'll have the complete explanation about these etiquette functional sentences. So without wasting time, let's start. Our first sentence is, will you please do me a favor? Will you please do me a favor? This is a kind of request we are making from others, as asking other, requesting other to help. So this is a nice etiquette. When we want help from somebody, it is better to say, will you please do me a favor? Now coming to the second sentence, would you mind doing this work? Again, would you mind is another type of asking, requesting anyone. Suppose you want someone to do your work. So how do we request? We say, would you mind doing this work? Would you mind going there? Would you mind listening to me? Would you mind checking this? Would you mind sitting here? So, would you mind plus verb plus ing is the structure. So, this is a nice etiquette. Coming to the third one, please don't speak loudly. See, you must notice one thing, that when I'm talking about etiquette and manners, so it is very essential to maintain courtesy and to make our language humble and polite. We have to use please again and again, so that it becomes request. Please don't speak loudly. This is when you want somebody not to make a noise, not to disturb you by their sound. So you can smartly say, politely say, please don't speak loudly. Okay, it is not a good habit when you are in a public place, when you are in a group among number of people. So it is better to have your conversation and discussions in a lower voice, so that it might not disturb other. So it's better always, we might listen this kind of sentence when we are making a noise or when we are disturbing others by our own sound. So it's please don't speak loudly. Coming to the fourth sentence, please permit him to go now. Please permit him to go now. We are asking somebody to permit somebody. Suppose if you go to a school, in case of demanding the leave, and you want to take somebody from the school, so you are requesting principal, class teacher, as he or she can permit him to go from the school. So this is how you say, please permit him to go now. Next sentence is, could you give me your book please? Could you give me your book please? Could is used to make a polite request. Could you do me a favor? Could you tell me? Could you pass that? Could you do that? And here is, could you give me your book? That means you are requesting somebody to give his or her book to you. Now the next sentence, may I take little of your time? Suppose you want to talk to somebody and the person is quite busy. He really does not have time to talk with you. So when you meet that person, you say, may I take little of your time? That means that you don't want to waste his time. You know that he's a busy person. So this is the nice way of asking for a time because you know that you want to have a little conversation, a short conversation, and therefore you say that may I take little of your time. Now the next sentence is may we, my dear. It is may we stay here for a while. For a while means for some time. May we stay here for a while. Suppose you are with a group, you are with number of people, and suddenly you happen to stay somewhere because of some disturbance. So it's better to ask, it's better to have the permission, because in another's place, in someone's place, without permission entering is not justified. So it's better to ask for the permission. May we stay here for a while? Means can all of us we stay here for some time. Next sentence is please excuse me, I'm a bit late. Please excuse me, I'm a bit late. So it is human nature, to become late, or we becomes late because of many circumstances, because of many factors. So it is useless to talk about that why we are late. But when we are late, how to apologize, how to ask for excuse. We say, excuse me, please excuse me, I'm a bit late. I'm a bit late means I'm not much late. There is a little bit. Bit late means you are late by 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, and not 15 minutes and half an hour. So it's please excuse me, I'm a bit late. Coming to the next sentence, please convey my compliments at home. We have our own culture as sending regards, respects, and blessing to others. It is always we wish others. So please convey my compliments at home. We are sending this message as our compliments to somebody by someone. So when we want to send these compliments to somebody, we say please convey my compliments at home. Next sentence is I have a great deal of work, I must go. I have a great deal of work is a nice phrase. It means I have a lot of work to do. It means I am very busy today. When you think that when you find yourself quite busy, you are very tight schedule, you don't have much spare time to do other things, so you always come up saying that I have a great deal of work, I must go. Must here shows the necessity and compulsion, because you have given the reason for this compulsion, as you have said that you have a great deal of work. So great deal of work means you have a lot of work, you have a plenty of work to do. So it's quite obvious that you are very busy. Now next sentence is convey my respect to elders. Suppose you are living with your friends and your friends is going back to his native place, home, to his parents and family. So what do you say him to convey when he goes home? You say please convey respect to elders. That means to his father, mother, uncle, aunt, whoever is elders, you always show respect for them, regard for them, and you say please convey my respect to elders. Now the next sentence is I am pleased to hear this news. I am pleased to hear this news. I am pleased to hear this news. We get different kind of news. Doesn't matter. Sometimes we get sad news, sometimes good news. It's not in our hand. Depends on what kind of news we get. Suppose we get a news which makes us really happy. So we can say, I am pleased. I am pleased here means I am happy. For what? To hear this news. Suppose somebody tells you that I've got a good job recently. What will you say? You say, I am pleased to hear this news. If your friend, if your colleague says that he's promoted in his company, what will you say? I am pleased to hear this news. Okay, so whatever you think is a good news, you express by saying that you are pleased hearing that news. Next sentence is, I am indeed so happy to hear this news. Here earlier sentence is, I am pleased to hear this. Simply it tells us that the person is happy to hear this news. But the next sentence is, I am indeed so happy. Here indeed means it is the fact, it is the reality that I am very happy to hear this news. So when we want to show the realities and fact, we say indeed, and I am indeed so happy to hear this news. Coming to the next sentence, the last, please excuse me, it's please excuse me for a minute. Please excuse me for a minute. Suppose you want to talk to somebody and how to interact with the person, how to ask for a time. There is a proper etiquette for this. We say excuse me for a minute. That means you are demanding little time with a person. You will spare little time of that person. So it is always better to mention that you are not going to spare much time. You are not going to kill his time, his job and his work without doing all those things. We say that please excuse me for a minute. That it shows that you will spare a quite little time of anyone's. So whenever you say that please excuse me for a minute, I hope that person will definitely give you time to interact with you so that you can fulfill your purpose. Well, so I have discussed, I'll just wrap in few minutes this entire thing. One more sentence. I am grieved to hear this news. I am grieved to hear this news. Here grieved means sorry. As I told you that sometimes when we get the bad news and sad news, it really makes us grieve. It really makes us unhappy, and therefore we say that I am grieved to hear this news. I'm sorry. I'm quite sad to hear this news. So there are 15 sentences. I'm quite hopeful, I'm very sure that these functional sentences, etiquette sentences, are quite essential for our general conversations, as we saw that these commonly used sentences are very essential for our dialogues and for our conversation. So if you would like really to improve your conversation, I think we should definitely practice these kind of sentences. If you like this video, if you really have learned anything from the video, I hope you will subscribe my channel. You will press the bell button also so that you get the all notification of my upcoming videos. Bye for now. Thank you.